Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important example for ngTemplateOutlet directive, where we will learn how we can use this directive along with ngContainer. Also, we will discuss why do we need ngContainer, because in last session we used div, right, to show the output of ngTemplateOutlet. But my question is, why do we need ngContainer, and what is the difference between ngContainer and div when we are talking about ngTemplateOutlet directive? Okay, so these all things we are going to discuss in this particular session. But before we proceed further, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use ngTemplateOutlet directive with ngContainer. Okay, so let's get started. We will start in the very same way. Firstly, I'll explain you the prerequisites. We will discuss what all modules are needed, and then we will define the variables as per the requirement. And once requirement is clear, then we will write the code from scratch and we'll verify the output as well. Okay, all right, so let's go to app.component.ts file. Here we all know that to use ngTemplateOutlet directive we need a common module. Okay, because without common module we will not be able to use the ngTemplateOutlet directive. So here you just need to write a common module. Once it is imported, it will add this line, and if it is not there, please make sure to import it manually by writing this line, otherwise it won't allow you to use ngTemplateOutlet directive and also other directives like ngIf and other ng4 directives, right? Okay, now here you can see I have declared one variable with the name color and it holds the value as r. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to show up one template which contains a message, this is red box, only if the color is r. But if color is apart from r, anything, any other color is there, so in that case I just want to show one message, this is not a red box. Okay, clear? So what we are going to do now, we are going to create two templates. One will hold the message, this is red box. Another one will hold the message, this is not a red box. And as per the condition, we will use ngIf also in this session, because we have already discussed various examples for ngIf. Okay, so I'll use it, and as per the condition we will execute the code, but this time we are not going to use the div. Instead of that we will use the ngContainer. Okay, all right, so let's go there in the HTML file. Here I'll put one heading, so I'll write h2. In this we will write star ngTemplateOutlet with ngContainer. Okay, so this is our main topic, ngTemplateOutlet with ngContainer. Now here what we will do, we will firstly define two templates. So my first template is like this, ngTemplate. In this template we will write this, let's add the para, this is the red box. Okay, this is the red box, and we will also assign one template reference variable here, so add the variable with hash red box. Okay, perfect. So this is the one template. Similarly we will prepare the second template, so here I will write ngTemplate, and in this ngTemplate we will add the paragraph. In paragraph we will write this is not the red box. Okay, because I just want to show that this is not a red box. Clear? Now you can simply save it. Now the good thing about this code is that the template block will be executed only if it is executed manually, otherwise it won't run. Okay, so let's view this. So ngserve -open, enter. It will take few seconds and it will show the browser. So here you can see ngTemplateOutlet with ngContainer. Okay, so it shows that we are just getting the heading. Okay, we are not getting anything from this block. Why? Because this thing will be executed only we execute it either through div or ngContainer. So now I'll tell you why ngContainer is good instead of ngTemplate, instead of div. Okay, so let's one time we will add div just for the main purpose, and here we will check the if condition. So star ng, even here also you can use the different thing, but just an example. Okay, so ng if, and here we will check if color equal red, then this block will be executed, else we will execute the second box, which will here we will write other box. Okay, other box, or maybe we can write not red box, not red box. Perfect. So here we will write else not a red box. Clear? Fine. So here if it is color is red, so we will add here ngContainer instead of div. Earlier we were using the div, right? Container. So in this container we will write star ngTemplateOutlet, and here we will write red box. Okay, so what it will do now, it will show you the output like this. This is a red box, and if you change the value of r with anything, let's say d, so in that case it will show this is not the red box. Okay, but some of you might be thinking like the same thing we were doing in the last session also, but there we were using the div. Here in place of ngContainer we were using the div. Let me show you how earlier we were using it. Okay, so here I will write br tag for break, and then we will write div. In this div we will write same thing, star ngTemplateOutlet, and here we will show the red box. Okay, now my question is what is the difference between these two things? The one and most important difference between div and ngContainer is that in case of div it has its own border, or I would say a wrapper. Wrapper is the perfect thing, right? Perfect word. So div has its own wrapper, and in case of in case of ngContainer there is no wrapper. Okay, that means ngContainer show as it is content, and div shows something extra which is sometime not required, right? And which sometime makes the code messy, because we all know that when we are in a client projects and we are designing the website, so there is very less space on the screen. Like we have to manage each and every pixel of screen in a better way. Okay, so in such condition it is not advisable to use div, because it has its own wrapper and it takes bit larger space as compared to ngContainer. Because in case of ngContainer we can see it is just simply printing out the values, which is this is the red box. It is not creating any kind of wrapper around it. It is just simply showing this message, this is the red box. And similarly in case of this not red box also, if we execute not red box in container, it will show only that part, not it will also not create any wrapper. Okay, so whenever you are referring or executing the ngTemplate, so it's always advisable to use ngTemplateOutlet directive with ngContainer, okay, instead of div. Yes, for some test purposes you can check with div, but when you are working with a project, so to make the thing optimized, to make the code cleaner, it is always advisable to use ngTemplateOutlet with ngContainer. Okay, so I hope this part is clear. And if someone asks you about the prerequisites, so you can simply say the first thing that we need to add is the common module, because ngTemplateOutlet directive comes with common module. Once it's declared, you can define the required variables, and on the basis of ngIf condition you can execute the ngContainer. Okay, alright, so I think now we are good with this session, and if you still have any questions or doubt in this, so you can simply ping your question in the comment section so that I can try to help you in there. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.